Okay, for this we're going to apply all these things that we know. Now, you should know what SOHCAHTOA is, so I want you to fill this in. Okay, at the bottom it then says to check. So you want to fill this in. Okay, we're looking at perhaps maybe angle A. If we're talking about angle A, this would be the opposite side. This would be the adjacent side. And here you would have the hypotenuse. Okay, always across from the right angle is the hypotenuse, opposite A, the opposite side, and the calculator. So you want to fill this in here. You want to do these and then check with me. So pause the video and fill these in and check your answers. Okay, now that you've checked your answers, we're going to apply our knowledge of right-angle trig, so the stuff from the front page, to real-world applications and problem solving. Okay, in this first example, given a picture, okay, Lindsay sees a bird's nest high in a tree. She decides to use trigonometry to estimate how high the nest is. Lindsay walks 15 feet from the base of the tree. She measures an angle here, 65 degrees from the ground to the nest. This is called the angle of elevation. She's looking up at it. Find how high the nest is above the ground. Okay, so we have to figure out what is this that they're asking. Okay, find how high the nest is above the ground. That's from the ground to the nest, so we're looking for this value here. Okay, in the last section, you learned about using your calculator and figuring out which sides go with which and solving from there. So if I'm looking at this angle here, I see that this is my opposite side, here's my adjacent, and this is my hypotenuse across from that right angle. So it looks like I need to use these two, which from SOHCAHTOA, I know that the one that has opposite and adjacent is my tangent. So what I have is tangent of this angle, 65 degrees, equals my opposite side, which is x, over my adjacent side, which is 15. Remember that this is just a proportion, so this is over 1. I'm now cross-multiplying these two and the 2 here, which means I end up with 15 times the tan of 65 degrees equals x. Okay. And this can go right into your calculator. So 15 times tan of 65 degrees is going to give me 32.17 feet equal to x. It says round to the nearest foot, which means I'm going to have 32 feet equal to x. Okay. The other example that you have is without a picture. So a ramp is used to load a four-wheeler onto a truck bed that is 3 feet above the ground. The angle that the ramp makes with the ground is 32 degrees. What is the horizontal distance covered by the ramp? Round to the nearest hundredth. Okay, so here's our ground. We've got a ramp into a truck bed here. Terrible truck drawing. There's my truck. Okay, 32 degrees here. It's 3 feet above the ground. And it wants to know the horizontal distance covered by the ramp. That's this here. Okay, horizontal distance on the ground. So if I'm looking at this angle, I've got my opposite side, I've got my adjacent side. I think about SOHCAHTOA again. I've got opposite and adjacent, so I'm looking at tan, again, tan of 32 degrees equals my opposite, which is 3, over my adjacent. This is a proportion, again, that we're looking at. I can cross multiply here. I end up with x times tan of 32 degrees equal to 3. Just going to move this down. I can put this right into my calculator. Tan of 32 degrees is going to be 0.62 times x equals 3. I divide on both sides. And then end up with x equals 4.84. Okay, this says round to the nearest hundredth, so this is what I've got, 4.84 feet. Put those units on there. Okay, so try some of these out. These are a bit more difficult, especially without a picture, but you got it.